Oh, hello. Frederick and I were just sipping some cocoa.
Ah, I finished mine in one slurp. Ha ha!
Good job, Frederick. All right, Frederick, do you want to show them what you did yesterday?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, show them my thumbprint, fingerprint animals. All right.
Okay, so I had made the ones above.
Yeah, and then I made a lion, and I made a pig, and I made a little girl holding a little basket.
That's right, that's very cute. Frederick, you did a really good job.
Thank you very much, I know.
Okay, so today we are going to draw animals using shapes.
Oh, yeah, I like shapes.
Yeah, me too. So you can use shapes to make the inside of an animal, and then you trace around them to make the outside.
I don't get it.
No, but you will.
Okay, I hope so.
Okay, so if you want to go over there, I'm going to be here.
Okay, great.
And you can draw, and I will draw. So the first thing that we're going to do is take, and all we need for this is paper and a pencil, and if your pencil has an eraser, then even better. But if it doesn't, that's okay, because mistakes are all right. Now, I am using paper that has stuff on the back because I like to use scratch paper or scrap paper whenever I can because I love the trees. And trees make paper. And so I want to save as much of it as I can. So that is what I do. So if you have scrap paper to practice on, that works great. And then when you want to make your masterpiece, that's when you use the brand new, pretty, shiny paper. Okay? So I'm going to use this paper to start drawing a horse.
Oh, a horse?
Yes, a horse. Of course, a horse.
Of course.
Okay, so we're just going to use circles of different sizes. Let me make sure you can see these. And we're going to use rectangles. And we're going to use squares. Okay? And we're going to use ovals. So an oval is like a long circle. And a rectangle is like a long square. All right? So, to draw the horse, we first want to make a circle for its nose. Just a little circle there. And then, coming up from that circle, right here in the middle, we're going to draw... Oh, we're also using triangles. Triangles are those little three-sided shapes, okay? So we're going to do a triangle coming out from the nose, like this. There we go. All right? That is going to be a horse face. I know it doesn't look like it yet, but it will be. Okay, and then from here, we're going to draw a rectangle. We're going to come just a little bit over from the triangle. We're going to come down, and then right across from that, we come down, and then we close up our rectangle like that, okay? And then we're going to draw circles, but they're going to be bigger than this one. We're going to draw one right here. And then right next to that, we're going to draw another one. Notice they're not touching each other. So we're going to draw a little rectangle in between them. Actually, it's a pretty big rectangle in between so that they're joined together. All right? You are already almost done drawing a horse. Can you believe it?
I can't.
Well, I can, Frederick, because you're great. Okay, so now over this circle, we're going to do an oval going down that way. We're going to do a circle here. And then we're going to do a really skinny oval. And then we're going to make a little square. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Coming down. Try to make these ovals a little skinny, especially the bottom one. Okay, and then another square. All right, and now we're doing the same thing on this side. These ones are going to be even skinnier. Whoop, and a circle, and I want this one to be bending his his front leg. So we're going to do another oval here like that. And then a square. Okay. And then needs to be standing on the other one. So we'll draw an oval coming here. And it's okay if they overlap like that. That's totally okay. That just means one foot is in front of the other, and that is fine. All right. So there we go. Now we have to make it look like a horse, right? It kind of looks like a horse already, but we want it to really look like a horse. So we have to determine, first of all, which legs are in front as far as the front of the page versus the back of the page. So I think this one is in the front, and I think this bent one is in the front. So those are my two front legs, okay? So now we're just going to start drawing a line around all of these shapes. Okay, and then just keep going with that line. And notice it goes a little bit in. So you go a little bit in. And then keep going around. Go around the squares with a square. See, it's already looking like it. All right, and then we're going to come down here. Make little squares. And then go back across like that. And then this one can go like that. Whoop. And this one's in the back, so we don't want to necessarily overlap it, but if we do, that's what erasers are for. All right, and then we want to continue this line coming over. Whoop. There we go. Okay, now you're like, okay, but it's still got all those shapes inside. Now here's the deal. When you draw these shapes, after you've practiced a few times, you want to draw these shapes a little lighter and then draw the outside line really dark. And I did it all very dark so that it shows up really well on the camera. But you are going to want to make these shapes not quite so dark, because then once you've drawn that line outside of them, you're going to erase these shapes and you're going to see that you have a horsey. See? So then keep erasing these lines on the inside, but don't erase that outside line. Okay. There we go. Okay, I didn't erase perfectly, but you get the idea. All right, so then if you've accidentally erased any of that outline, that's okay. You can just go back over it. And now we can make ears, right, which are just two triangles basically. We can make an eye, which is kind of like an oval. We could give it a big smile. We could give it nostrils. We got to give it a tail, right? We got to give it a ponytail. And for that, you just make little squiggles like that. Just squigglies, little squigglies. And you can give it hair up here. You could give it little squiggles coming down this way. You could give it some bangs. A lot of horses have bangs, right? So then you can add whatever details you want. You want to make it a unicorn? You can make it a unicorn. You could give it a big horn right here, and now it's a unicorn. Right? Okay, so that is your horse. Okay, so now we're going to use a similar technique to paint or draw a human. Okay? So we're going to use the triangles, the circles, the squares, all that again. Okay? So we're going to start with the head. The head is a circle. You're right. Okay, and these ones I'm going to try to draw a little bit lighter if I can. Okay, and then the neck is going to be just a little triangle. or I'm sorry, rectangle. Okay. And then for the chest, the abdomen, and or I guess it's called the torso. So it's like from your waist up, from your belly button up. So that is going to be a triangle. Okay. Now, arms, shoulders are going to be circles. And then those are going to lead into some ovals. And then a circle for the elbow. And then another oval. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Can you see? Trying to make it so that you can see and so that I can see. And that can be difficult. All right. So now we can make hands, which are just circles and then little ovals coming out. Those little ovals are the fingers. I'm only doing 4 fingers because it's easier. That's why you notice most cartoons only have 4 fingers, including their thumb. It's because it's very hard to get all 5 fingers into animation or drawings. I'm not sure why. It just is. All right, so now the hips are going to be a rectangle. All right, and then you're going to do oval, circle, oval. That's kind of a weird looking oval. That's okay. And then another oval, circle, oval. And then for the feet, little oval here, little oval here. Okay? So that is your human. Does it look like a human? Not really. It looks like a robot right now, right? So we're going to do that same thing again. We're going to trace around the shapes that we've made. Okay, so keep going around them. And then come down here and go around that, around the knee, around the shins and the feet. Go back up, come back down, go around that knee and the shin and the feet. And come back up, go around those hips. Those hips don't lie. All right, get that elbow. Get that thumb, fingers, fingers, fingers. Come back up. Elbow again. Make sure you go around that shoulder. And then come back around like that. And now, the magic. We erase again. Woo! This is hard to do with the paper at this angle, but we're making it work, man. We're making it work. There we go. Now remember, again, we just erased those inside lines, not the outside ones. And you want to get it as clean as you can. I'm just doing a little bit so that you guys can see, because I'm sure you don't want to sit around and watch me erase all day. Maybe you do. If that's the case, you can just keep rewinding and replaying it, and that's totally fine. Okay, so there we go. That looks more like a human. Right?
Yeah!
You like it, Frederick?
I love it!
Okay, so now we can add details, right? We can add clothes. We can make a shirt. We can make pants. We could make them wearing shoes. We could do shoelaces like that. Just a few little lines and then a swoop. If we want them wearing shoes. And of course, oh, this is part of the shirt too. You got to have the neckline of the shirt. Of course, they probably have a face, right? So you could do a smile, a little nose. A nose is like that kind of shape usually. Or you could do just a triangle if you want. And then eyes. And then I think I'm going to give this guy hair like Frederick has.
Yeah!
Yeah, we're giving him Frederick hair. There we go. And he's probably going to want ears so he can hear everything. There we go. That's our person. We did it. Just using shapes. So then if you want to, you could look around at other things like other animals or people or anything really and see what shapes make them what they are. Like I have a desk over here and the desk looks like that. So what's making this desk? It's a rectangle, another rectangle, and then an even smaller, skinnier rectangle, right? So look around you and see what makes things into what they are. What are the basic shapes of them? And that can help you draw things a lot easier. Okay, thanks you guys. I hope you had fun. Frederick, did you have a good time?
Oh, I loved it, yeah.
Did you draw anything?
I drew a horse, and I think it's pretty good.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Can we see your horse?
Yeah. Can you hold it up?
Yeah, I'll hold it up. Oh, Frederick. See, Frederick used scratch paper too because there's something underneath it. But that's a good horse, Frederick.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Frederick.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. And I hope you have a great day.
I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye. Have more cocoa.
Have more cocoa. Have a lot of cocoa today. We love you.
We love you.
Bye-bye.